Welcome, Wealth Warriors. Today, I've got a game changer for you. We're going to be exploring one of the most talked about blockchain projects out there, Pi Network. And trust me, this isn't your typical crypto story. What makes Pi Network so intriguing is its use of the Web2 5 model, a hybrid approach that combines the strengths of Web2 and Web3. If you're wondering what that means and why it's so innovatory, make sure to stick around till the end because you won't want to miss the deep dive we're about to take. Just a quick reminder, the information shared in this video is for educational purposes only, and not financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Wealth Warriors, first thing first, I want to know how many of you are already mining Pi or are familiar with the Pi network. Drop your answers in the comments below. What is Web 2.5, and why should you care? Before we jump into how Pi Network uses this concept, we need to break down Web 2. We all know Web 2. It's the world we live in today. Think about your favorite apps like Facebook, Instagram, and Amazon. These platforms are centralized, meaning they're controlled by a single entity. They give us convenience, but we have to give up some of our control, like our personal data. Now, Web 3 is where things get interesting. In Web 3, the internet is supposed to be decentralized. No single company controls it. Instead, it's governed by the people through blockchain. In theory, this gives everyone more power and control over their own data and transactions. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the thing, the jump from Web 2 to Web 3 isn't exactly easy. That's where Web 2.5 comes in. It's like a middle ground, a transitional phase. It blends the user-friendly experience of Web 2 with some of the decentralized benefits of Web 3, while still keeping enough centralized control to make sure everything runs smoothly. Now here's the million-dollar question. Do you think this Web 2.5 model is the perfect balance, or do you believe we should go fully decentralized as soon as possible? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Pi Network's smart play with Web 2.5. Let's talk about how Pi Network fits into all of this. Pi Network is using Web 2.5 to position itself between Web 2's centralized management and Web 3's decentralized dream. So how are they pulling this off? Right now, Pi Network is in its early stages, and they've deliberately chosen to keep things centralized. The core team manages the entire network. This may seem counterintuitive for a blockchain project that aims for decentralization, but there's a reason for this approach. By maintaining centralized control in these early stages, Pi Network can ensure stability, security, and sustainable growth. If they rushed into decentralization too soon, they could risk network failures or security vulnerabilities. Instead, Pi Network is taking its time, making sure everything is solid before moving to full decentralization. This temporary centralization strategy is key to their success. But it's only temporary. Pi Network's goal is to become fully decentralized over time. They're already introducing community-operated nodes, which mean that Pi users, known as pioneers, can contribute to securing the network, preparing it for a decentralized future. So let me ask you, do you think Pi Network is right to take a slower, more cautious approach to decentralization? Or do you think they should push for full decentralization faster? Drop a comment below with your take. One of the biggest challenges for any blockchain project is making it user-friendly. Many people hear the word blockchain and instantly feel overwhelmed by how complicated it sounds. But Pi Network has managed to simplify the whole process with its app, making it accessible to just about anyone. The Pi app is a perfect example of Web 2.5 in action. It takes the familiar, easy-to-use interface of Web 2 apps and combines it with blockchain technology in the background. You don't need to be a blockchain expert to start mining Pi. All you need is a smartphone and you're good to go. This approach has allowed Pi Network to bring in millions of users from around the world, many of whom are new to the blockchain space. They're introducing Web 3 innovations without scaring people away with complex technical jargon or overwhelming interfaces. And now I want to hear from you. Have you tried the Pi app? If so, what was your experience like? And if you haven't, what's holding you back? Let me know in the comments because your feedback might just help someone else get started. Now let's talk about Pi Network's endgame, full decentralization. This is where things get really exciting. Pi Network isn't just about creating another cryptocurrency, it's about building a fully decentralized network, one where the community has complete control. No central authority, no middlemen, just pioneers like you and me securing and governing the network. But how do we get there? It's a journey, and Pi Network is taking it one step at a time. By following the Web2, 5 model, they're giving people a chance to understand the technology, adopt it, and feel comfortable with it before moving to the fully decentralized stage. They're starting with centralized control to ensure security and stability, and gradually introducing decentralizing features like community-operated nodes. This slow and steady approach helps prepare the pioneers for the next phase, true decentralization. Here's another important question for you. Do you think Pi Network can achieve full decentralization, or will there always be a need for some central authority? Let's spark a discussion in the comments, because the future of Pi Network could depend on what pioneers like us think. Pi Network is more than just a project. It's a blueprint for how blockchain technology could reach mass adoption. By using the Web2, 5 model, Pi Network is showing that it's possible to bring the benefits of blockchain to the average person without requiring them to understand the intricate details of cryptography or decentralized networks. This model could be the key to taking blockchain mainstream, not just for Pi Network, but for the entire industry. It bridges the gap between the centralized systems we rely on today and the decentralized future we're aiming for. And that brings me to my final question. Is Pi Network the future of blockchain adoption, or do you think another project could outshine them? Let me know what you think, because this is a discussion worth having. Pi Network is more than just a cryptocurrency, it's a vision of what blockchain can become. Through the Web2, 5 model Pi Network is making it easier for everyday users to get involved in the blockchain space, bridging the gap between centralized control and decentralized freedom. As Pi Network continues to evolve, it's preparing us all for the world of Web3, a world where we, the users, have the power to govern and control our own networks. But like anything worth building, it will take time, patience, and the participation of pioneers like you. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on Pi Network and the world of blockchain, crypto, and finance. Also, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, Wealth Warriors. Let's continue the conversation in the comments. Until next time, stay curious, stay wealthy, and keep mining.